The air crackled with anticipation. Dust and debris swirled around the combatants, remnants of a city torn asunder. Do Hyuk, battered but unbroken, stood defiant. Before him, Kang Chang-kun, a figure of corrupted power, smirked cruelly. Their battle, a clash of ideologies and sheer will, was about to reach its crescendo. The fate of countless lives hung in the balance, a tangible weight upon Do Hyuk's shoulders. This was a fight he couldn't afford to lose.
Come on, Do Hyuk, let's end this.
Chang-kun, confident in his overwhelming advantage, unleashed a torrent of monstrous hounds. These were not mere animals, but twisted mockeries of life, their eyes burning with malevolent hunger. They surged forward, a wave of teeth and claws, eager to tear Do Hyuk limb from limb. The sheer number of enemies was staggering, a sea of snarling beasts threatening to drown him. Yet Do Hyuk stood firm, his resolve hardening like steel.
I won't let you win, Chang-kun, not today.
The hounds crashed against Do Hyuk like a raging torrent. He fought with the honed skill of a seasoned warrior, each movement precise and deadly. Swords flashed, a whirlwind of silver against the encroaching darkness. Hounds fell, cleaved in two, their bodies dissolving into wisps of black smoke. But for everyone that fell, two more seemed to take its place. The sheer number of enemies was overwhelming, their relentless assault pushing Do Hyuk to his limits.
I need to find a way to Chang-kun. I can't keep this up forever.
Despite the ferocity of his defense, Do Hyuk knew he couldn't win a war of attrition. He needed a new plan, a way to even the odds. He had to get to Chang-kun, to strike at the source of this monstrous army. With a surge of adrenaline, Do Hyuk pushed forward, hacking a path through the heart of the hound horde. His movements were a blur, a dance of death that left a trail of fallen enemies in his wake.
Just a little more. I can do this.
Do Hyuk's sudden advance caught Chang-kun off guard. The smug arrogance on Chang-kun's face faltered, replaced by a flicker of surprise. He had underestimated Do Hyuk's tenacity, his sheer unwillingness to back down. This was no mere act of desperation, Chang-kun realized, but a calculated gamble, and for a terrifying moment, he wasn't sure if he was holding the winning hand.
How is this possible?
Chang-kun, however, was no stranger to danger. He snarled, summoning a wall of black energy to bar Do Hyuk's path. The hounds, sensing their master's will, redoubled their efforts, trying to drag Do Hyuk down before he could reach their master. But Do Hyuk pressed on, his eyes fixed on Chang-kun. He would not be denied, not while the fate of so many hung in the balance.
This ends now, Chang-kun, for everyone you've hurt. Do Hyuk slammed into the wall of energy, the impact knocking him to his knees. Pain flared through his body, a symphony of aches and burning muscle. He was exhausted, wounded, on the verge of collapse. But he couldn't give up. Not now, not when he was so close. Drawing a deep breath, Do Hyuk reached deep inside himself, not for mana, but for something else, something stronger, faith.
The air around Do Hyuk shimmered, responding to his unwavering belief. Golden light, warm and vibrant, began to emanate from his body, pushing back against the encroaching darkness. It was a light that spoke of hope, of resilience, of the unwavering strength of the human spirit. Chang-kun recoiled, a flicker of fear finally breaking through his facade of arrogance.
With a roar that seemed to shake the very foundations of the ruined city, Do Hyuk rose to his feet. The golden light intensified, engulfing him in a blazing aura. He was no longer just a man, but a conduit for a power far greater than himself.
The hounds, sensing the shift in power, whined and cowered, their malevolent hunger momentarily forgotten.
Chang-kun, his face contorted in a mask of rage and fear, unleashed a torrent of dark energy. But the attack seemed to wash over Do Hyuk, leaving him unharmed. The light, it seemed, was impervious to Chang-kun's darkness. The tables had turned. The hunter had become the hunted.
With a final, defiant yell, Do Hyuk unleashed the full force of his newfound power. The light exploded outwards, a shockwave of pure energy that slammed into Chang-kun with the force of a detonation.
The air crackled and popped, the very fabric of reality seeming to warp and twist under the strain. When the light finally faded, Chang-kun lay crumpled on the ground, his body broken and smoking. The arrogance that had once defined him was gone, replaced by a look of utter defeat. He had underestimated Do Hyuk, had mistaken his compassion for weakness. Now he was paying the price. As the dust settled, Doyuk stood victorious. He was wounded, exhausted, but alive. The hounds, their master vanquished, had dissipated into nothingness, leaving behind only echoes of their snarls. The light that had engulfed him faded, leaving behind a faint warmth that spread through his body.
Dohyuk's victory was more than just a physical triumph. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a shining example of the power of resilience and unwavering faith. Even against overwhelming odds, even when facing impossible darkness, hope could still prevail.
This was the message that resonated from the battlefield, a beacon of light in a world teetering on the brink.